Now let us continue with the human resource management further topics. We will now look at the difference between human resource management versus personnel management. Okay. On the left hand side column we will have the aspects of personnel management, and on the right hand side let us look at the human resource management aspects. Before we go into the differences, let us know about these two words. So, personnel management is a relatively very old term which deals with dealing of manpower in the organization. So, persons were handled. So, they use the word personnel management. If you look at previous semester, that is principles and practice of management, you would have come across men, money, material, machine as resources. So, the men concept which was there, so handling of the men as they handled material, machine, money, etc., was compared similarly, and it was thought to be very easy and very simple, and therefore they used the word persons, and then that persons in plural became personal, and managing the persons became personal management. Over the years the thought process changed. People realized that manpower is not similar to other resources, it is more than that, and people cannot be treated just as persons, they have to be treated as human beings. So, the human relations school of thought, etc., which came in, it changed the way people looked at human resource. The theories of motivation, etc., that came in, and all the things were changed, and human resource was looked at as that resource which can make the difference between an organization which is successful and an organization which has not been successful, though both the organizations have same kind of other resources. So, today we are in an era of human resource management, and from there we are still going further towards human resource development. Okay. Now, coming back to the difference between HRM and personnel management. So, the relations, if we consider in personnel management, the relations was group based. Every person in the group was considered equal. However, today there is group relations also, along with that individual relations play more vital role, because organization deals with every individual in his own capacity today. So, every individual brings to the organization different skill sets, different abilities, different experience, and that difference between the human beings is recognized by the organization today. So, today the relations are individual relations as well as group relations also. In personnel management, rules used to dominate. So, every organization would have certain rules which had to be followed by everybody. Today rules are there, but more important than rules are the cultures and values. So, the organization management shows the way by behaving in particular way, and it shows what it values, and therefore the employees will also be automatically motivated. So, rules should be followed automatically. So, it is culture and value dominated today. Initially, if rules were broken, there would be punishment. Today rules are there, and the organization themselves, the management themselves would also follow the rules, and that would make the employee to follow the rules. If rules are broken today, the management first asks why certain rules were broken, and if there is acceptable reason, they would allow that. Okay. Now, coming to planning. Initially it was reactive planning and ad hoc, that is, whenever certain problems came, they used to plan at that time, and based on situation they would take the decision. Now, that is not the case. The organization begins to plan well in advance. I will take an example. A person who is very much capable, 30 years back, he gets an opportunity in some other company, he would go and tell the management, I am getting an opportunity in other company, so I am leaving this company, I am going there because I am getting better opportunity there, I am getting promotion there. At that time the organization would consider whether to retain this person or not, and if they felt this person is important, then they would suddenly begin to plan, how can we promote him, where can we promote him, what can we give him. So, it would be more of a reaction. Today that is not the case. If we have a valuable worker, we would know, okay, this person needs to be promoted, what are the plans for his development in our organization. The organization would be ready with the promotion aspect of each individual. So, that is the kind of difference that is there between personal management and HR. So it is today more proactive and more integrated, that is it integrates the various departments and the various levels of the. Earlier in personal management, unions were accepted because the management felt it better to deal with a group than deal with every individual. Today that is not the case. Every individual wants to deal for himself, and the organization also wants to deal with individuals, and therefore contract employment has become the norm of the day. So unions have very less role today, and unions are not that much accepted also by the management as well as by the employees. In personal management, the trust between the employer and employee was relatively low. However, today the trust between employer and employee is very high. And then in personal management, the division of labor was the basis for work. Okay. So people would be given work according to their specialized skills, and the specialized skills were obtained by continuously working in that particular division only and not doing any other work. However, today we find that the model is of a team, that is a person has to be specialized in something and he should have very good skills in other works also which are related to his team. So the person becomes a master of one and jack of all trades. Initially it was not like that, it was only master of one and no knowledge of other. That was the theory and that was the reality when division of labor was practiced. Today, however, we have more and more number of people who are capable in different dimensions, that is they are more like all rounders. And then the approach that was there towards the employees in personal management was transactional approach, that is give and take kind of relationship. The person would come and work for the organization would pay him, and there ended the relationship. However, today that is not the case. Even today people work and get paid, but the organization will try to develop the person, and the developed person will apply his skills for the benefit of the organization. So what happens, the organization grows along with the growth of the employee also. So the employee is transformed, and when all the employees are transformed, they transform the organization, and these organizations keep on developing and growing. They adjust more easily with the changes, and therefore they are more successful. And then when it comes to rewards etc., in personal management there was job evaluation which was standardized for everybody. Same set of questions would be asked, and if the minimum criteria was met, they would be rewarded. The high performance personnel would not get much of a reward compared to low performance. Whoever performed satisfactorily, everybody got the reward. However, today no, that is not the case, and performance based rewards are the norms. That is, every person will go and show his performance, and based on his performance the management will recognize that performance and reward such employees. So it is more of performance based. So whoever performs more gets more rewards. So this is the difference between HR and personal management. In next video we will look at the other aspects, that is dealing with the objectives of HRM. So for now, thank you.